T72 just caresses the farm, and I don't know if they're going to have a shot yet. T72 trying to peek. They're lining it up. Oh, no, the Jolly gets the first shot, and that might have tracked him. And it does. T72 track Challenger lining up the second. T72 looks like they're only seeing the Warrior in a second round into the turret. The T72. And it's a nice little transport. Drives right in between them. Hey guys, MoiDawg here, and today we've got another episode of Eye in the Sky where we take a look at a game of squad from the top down. In this one, we have the British up against the VDV on Black Coast. This is Black Coast RAS V1, and we have the 3rd Division battle group of the British up against the 108th Guards Air Assault Regiment for the Russian Airborne. This is a pretty tough matchup for both sides since they both get some really good armor. You have the British up-armored warriors up against the BMDs, as well as a couple tanks. Combine that with infantry squads that are actually working together, and you get some really effective anti-armor, some really effective pushes, some really clutch defenses. I mean, this is what I think is over an hour long of a random advance and secure match. This isn't Invasion, it is over an hour for random advanced secure. It's one of the most competitive RAS games I've seen in a hot minute. It has some of the best combined arms support, mechanized push, infantry push. It's perfect. There's so many moments in this round where I just thought to myself, this is why I love playing squad, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and drop me a comment with a map, game mode, or faction you'd like to see in the next one. And don't forget to check out the live streams over at twitch.tv/MoiDawg or here on YouTube. Yes, if I'm not uploading a video on that day, then I am live streaming to both platforms. But that's it for me. Enjoy this video, get some popcorn, grab a drink. You're in for a long one. And until next time, peace. All right, Eye in the Sky, and this is Black Coast RAS V1. We are on board with the, I think British, yes, the British and their 3rd Division battle group up against the Russian VDV and the 108th Guards Air Assault Regiment. So with the Black Coast spawns, I think we've had Black Coast once or twice recently, but we have a nice little middle layer. That's one little Chernikov electric kind of jutting out off to the east, kind of a weird point. But I'm hoping we get some good fighting between Train Station and Chernikov. From the southwest, the British have a pipeline fortress, that weird Chernikov electric jut out back over the bridge to Train Station. Then Kalinovka, Derivnia, and then logging camp. The British on their 3rd. This is a pretty even, I think, Eye in the Sky with the unit selection. The 3rd Division battle group is kind of like your all-arounder. You have 2 of the up-armored warriors, 2 regular warriors, a few of the armored cars, the LPPV, one with the remote weapon system, one just with the open-top machine gun. I think that has the open-top. I want to say it has a general-purpose machine gun up top, or it might have the 50. A couple transports, some Logis, and then 2 helicopters that spawn in a couple minutes, and the Challenger that spawns in just over 10. Up against probably the toughest part of this for the VDV is they have these tracked Logis, these BTRDs. These Logis are a bit rough, very slow. They have 3 of them. A few transports, though. One of the BTR MDMs, which is just kind of like a little gun BTR. BTRD Cord with a Cord machine gun on top. 3 of the BMD-4s, though. These are, I think they're going to tear through the armor for the Warriors. Warriors are pretty tough, but these BMDs, being that they're also amphibious and kind of swap between the left and the right, or the west and east coasts, definitely keep an eye out for that. And then 1 T72, and then an AA Vic, the BTR with the ZSU AA gun slapped on top. The helicopter, I think, also spawns in about 10 minutes for the VDV, so it should be a little bit more of the advantage Brits for kind of aerial recon and kind of figuring out where the points are going early on. But should be good. First fight looks like we're going to have the LPPV Squad 3 with Heart to Traces, and a little anti-tank crew pushing on up. Let me take this fob radio off for you guys to clear it up. But they're pushing out towards the northwest side of the train station area. And it looks like most of... Oh, wow. This is actually kind of... This is going to be bad for Russia. The majority of the team, they're trying to figure out who's capping logging camp. But it seems like a lot of people are heading out east side. East is not going to be in play for this round. So it might cause them a little bit of a slowdown getting some caps. Main BMDs rolling in. We can start to see them come right down the main road. BMD in front, BTR right behind it. And one thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, I'm not hearing any comms. Very quiet. We had a good chatter right in the beginning, but for this initial rollout, very quiet comms. We'll have to see how it goes. Brits just capturing Pipeline to start, so they're going to see Fortress pop up. And they should be pretty confident for... they have a Torpedo Factory fob on wins. And... Ooh, BMD and BTR crossing from right to left. And there's actually... We'll turn this on. You can see we got a nice little British anti-tank squad. There are the blue outlines.
Vehicles on 3 move. 11 and 8, so careful, we're trying to get a hit in with the hat. Gotcha.
The BTR is just YOLOing across that field. You can hear the Warrior engines right below us.
Enemy armor on 3 move now across the bridge and headed west, BMD.
And they're seeing it. Oh, it's actually, they both had the same idea. So you have CD Rob out here. He actually has an RPG. He's trying to ambush some vehicles. And you also have Jorky, Brokeman, Illit Fan, and Heart of Traces. They're trying to move their vehicle to ambush with anti-tank. So kind of, you got an interesting little standoff here between both the Warrior and the BMD. Crispy Toast and Space.
So if you hear it fire, please tell us.
They're actually... Ooh, and hold on a second. Ferdy's got to be careful. Because that BMD, I think it can shoot almost directly up. And take it out very easily.
Mid TQ Lodge is on my observe mark. Their AA is coming down the road right next to one observe as well.
And enemy infantry marks by Rob. Rob's got eyes on... Ooh, Broken goes down. He's the first casualty of the game. Rob takes out one of the AT squad. And now that kind of spoils their ambush.
What do you want Squad 7 to do?
And what's the cap looking like?
We are at 75% of the cap 5 Chevys.
Chevys. Ooh, and wow, look at this BMD flank. I think they're going to get torn up down here.
So I would assume. And then we'll see if it crosses the road.
Very interesting.
11, how's it looking?
East.
We don't see any of the armor. It crossed left. We couldn't shoot it.
CD Rob does go down to Jorky. Good shot there. So a little trade. And Chernikov Electric is now being capped. Squad 4 had pushed out to Chernikov early on. Very common point to push. And they are being rewarded by it. So Squad 4 starts the cap in about 1 minute. That'll be down. Russia, the VDV, they're only a third of the way to Derivnia. So we're going to see a British team that knows...
I don't know. I got one shot. What the fuck?
Yeah, one shot was a tank.
I guess. Yeah, tank. But they don't get tanks in the
tank
beginning.
shell.
Yeah,
No, from way south?
That is the...
Yeah,
Oh! The BMD way south.
But it was one shot, so toe? I never heard it toe, though.
The BMD... So the BMD, what's causing some confusion is that the BMD actually has...
Honestly, felt like a bug. I didn't hear a shot or
Tank is on the bridge. We just blocked the bridge.
has a separate cannon to fire off.
We just got blocked by armor.
Like a pretty much like a tank round. So BMD takes out the helicopter. Warrior moving up. The BMD just off its front left, hidden in the tree line, has opened up on infantry. Oh, and there's that one shot opening salvo. And the second Warrior needs to get into the fight here. BMD opening it up with his auto cannon, but that Warrior armor is actually taking quite a lot of the damage. Oh, and it does pop. One goes down.
Shit, I just saw him on my 10 move, just a little bit past it, I saw him.
BMD makes a quick escape, backs up so that way the second Warrior not able to engage. And oh no, Heavy anti-tank. The tandem round just barely misses as well. And so the BMD makes it out. First kill of the game goes to the VDV, and now the first vehicle kill. Well, no, we already had, yeah, first vehicle kill as well down for the southern BMD, but now they've gotten infantry, they've gotten a tracked vehicle and a helicopter. Russia is getting close to starting this initial snowball. Obviously, there's a lot of game left, but if you start losing these vehicles early, you are not going to be in a good position. So, south side. Oh, another BMD. Oh, and they knocked him out. The solo BMD actually taken out by a warrior, and that's some good shots by Potato Guy, and Talk to Potato could not get over the starch power with Squad 4. Luftwaffe and his crew goes down, so they were able to take out a helicopter, but honestly, that's a little bit of I think a little bit of a misplay, being so far down south, not able to support, and now you're going to have Wenz and the command squad starting to cap train station. We're going to have a good train station on Kalinovka push. But decent trades now with that BMD going down to the warrior. I think we are about even here. And hold on a second. And that is a Russian helicopter way up high. VDV, he's pretty much just scouting here. As this is Exhibit A, why we need man pads in game. If you have a good pilot who's up here pretty much as high as you can go,
We definitely need more bodies here.
there's nothing you can do.
Honestly, there might be here.
There's absolutely nothing you can do. So, BMDs starting to push down the main road again, and we also have the BTR. See BMD underneath the bridge there. BTR with the AA gun on top, right underneath them, and now is where we're going to get a proper infantry and vehicle supported push. So, command squad for the VDV set up on Kalinovka. They've secured it, nearly secured a train station. And let's see how the push goes. Outlines in here. Remember, blue is British, red is the VDV.
Where do you want me to set it up?
Let's look at the capture area as well.
Yeah, I see the happens next to the radio.
This rectangular prism is the capture area, and you can see infantry all over it. Just a few hundred meters away is Kalinovka, the next one. But you have infantry now dismounting from a transport. Indigenix, Asphalt, MLP, and UC.
I'm gonna call you baby girl.
Alright, let me get my
Trying to
UAV
push
up
the
over
northeast
here.
side,
See their head.
but this enemy hip is just circling and trying to just... you can see now popping up on the map these markers.
Looks like Squad 4 should go on the attack here.
Oh, he's trying. I think they're trying to shoot a little law at him. That's going to be a hell of a shot if they're going to be able to do it. But helicopter is just scouting out, and now the northeast infantry, they're about to run into the Russians here.
Say again, traffic for Sapper.
Fritz takes a GL right to the back. Doesn't go down, able to fall back a little bit. Gets around the backside, and oh! Yusi with a good shot. Oh no, it was rather a MLP Jesus.
If it's outside.
Now coming on up and pushing through, and this infantry, this Russian infantry is going to start collapsing in on the northeast side of the objective. Yusi's going to run right into PFC Jimbo. Jimbo's going to move just at probably the worst time. He's going to see him. Yusi's going to have the jump. No, they both missed. Jimbo, Yusi, there you go. Jimbo gets him.
They might have northeast. There's a transport.
Yusi with a good shot, and he might be able to now see Indiginax.
My UAV's turning. I gotta wait for it.
And that's actually gonna aggro Jimbo here. Good shot. One shot to the dome for Asphalt. MLP Jesus now pushing in. You've got Lakeisha
That would be my
right
guess
on the
is where
outside
the
of this
hab
green
is.
building here. This needs to hold. You don't need to have any type of breach from the get-go here. MLP Jesus knocking out Lakeisha, and now it's about a one-on-one.
Unless, if
Jimbo
we can
and
get-
MLP.
if we can get
Oh,
mortars
Sturver
going
taking a
on
couple
train
shots from the
station, that could be a
outside.
very big factor here.
Let's
Yeah,
make
their
a
entire
little
team.
get set up as well.
And I
We
think
actually
they... Oh, what a
we're gonna be,
flank! Are you kidding?
setting up on the
Samurai
coast
coming up behind him.
inside.
The rally isn't squashed. You can see that hourglass figure in the back, this red hourglass. That's the rally. The squad can still spawn in on that, just
Yeah, I
out
can't-
of
I
range
can't
in order to
see anything
squash
else
it.
at
If
the moment.
Samurai was just within 30 meters, that would squash and the rally would disappear. The squad very lucky right now. Hannibal up,
coming out of
peeled,
that
and he's
building.
pushing right into Samurai. Samurai with the pistol. Oh my gosh, able to finish it off. Going for the quick tactical reload, and he's not able to do it. Full auto into the side. Samurai brought a pistol to an AK
Yeah, they're
fight.
building like crazy in there.
That hab is on my marker, man, for sure. They're coming out
BMD
of
now
there.
shooting the
Yeah.
those essentially tank rounds
You gonna
downrange.
hit it with that A10?
I could. I'd rather save it.
We'll take a quick look at
Enemy
any
armor
vehicle
there.
support. I don't think any vehicle
Something-
support is coming in for
something
these
big.
guys. It is all infantry. K-dubs. Sticking with it, knocks down Hannibal, and he's laying prone, trying to get a couple more Indigenous. And Yusi right behind him.
They just shot my UAV out.
Trying to use local. Oh, there you go. Good shots. Gets one Russian bush Wookie, and now you got one coming up high. And what a GL!
If you want, I mean, I guess I can use it.
Oh no.
I mean,
And
Within the 15
that might have been a wipe here.
it's
Oh, no, it is!
Sorry, give it to me.
MLP is still in the greenhouse, and now it's up to Shiv.
Smack that building real good.
We got Shiv and Jimbo. They're on the respawn.
Alright.
And they might see that
Is it really
transport and push the transport. That would be my #1 place to check out immediately.
They're coming from. Unconfirmed because I've been
Yeah, see if they put a radio down. It's a transport, not a logi, but the idea is there. Hannibal gets up. Oh no, Yusi actually knocking out another one. This infantry fight, this is just some good squad-on-squad combat right here.
My helmet marker drop on.
And if they can squash the rally,
Shot down their heli.
that's the big part. This northeast push
Careful coming out of the main road.
might be critical.
Our logi hit lines.
I got 8 and 3. 6 move is the enemy track logi. 6 move enemy track
Shiv
logi.
calls him out, sees him.
He was spotted moving westbound towards
Enemy.
BMD is still firing, and hold on a second. 2F2, there's a full logi rolling up, and this is not good. Infantry dismounting, hit with AT. Oh, they drop a radio and immediately take more infantry combat. Infantry pushing up the hill. Russian with some really direct semi-auto. He's not going full, wants to make sure he can control those shots, and he's already gotten 2. Can he make it a 3-piece? Infantry pushing, can he get the reload? He can't. British able to hold their radio. But this is going to be very close. The BMD is just on the ridge, just in front of them. This is a very aggressive fob here from the British. 2F2, and they're dropping that hab right on the
We're coming, sir.
on this logi here. Bedoinkers just on the other side of the berm, and this is that BMD, GTX, and Goose and crew.
Here. They might sneak in on train on us.
This
Like,
attack fob
maybe red
is
arrows like
right,
this.
sorry, right here. This attack fob is right south of the Kalinovka objective. If we can turn on the outlines, you can see that objective area in red outline. That is very close. If they're able to set this hab up, take this this tree line, essentially, they can get a nice little entryway, kind of right where that BMD is, but they need to relieve the infantry pressure. But Doinkers still trying to pin them down. Pilgrim Lois
Is that tank? Is that
hitting the deck and trying to crawl forward.
Yeah, I know Breach died south, but we don't know where he is. That's secure.
And this is the one Russian kind of keeping him in check right now.
Hey, 12, can you check if there's mines there?
The Doinkers trying to ADS. I don't think he sees the one British just off to his front right.
I don't know if there's more.
Well, can 12 check it?
Grenade trying to go out. Was that going to stay up? Oh, it goes right behind the building.
3, be advised, there is enemy troops in the AO. We just killed
Oh,
one
what a
dude. That
shot!
vehicle looks
The
abandoned.
Doinkers caught open, and the BMD is now gonna flank a little bit to the east, and he's gonna be seeing, yep, there it is. This is just pretty much farming.
Is that BMP? Or BTR?
Yes.
BMD, something like that.
Messed our hab up and our logi.
BMD just, this is free farm for him right here.
Copy that.
Just sending those heat rounds, trying to do damage to the hab.
If you find it's under attack and it's too far, then just dig it down so we can save the tickets.
And that hab, most likely 1 or 2 more shots, unless they can get some AT.
Yeah, copy that. We're taking it down.
And not only, oh, Mushroom just gets absolutely blasted by that. What's even more interesting, as this push has happened on our south, we still have UC, Jesus, and Asphalt King holding this position. They have actually just rooted themselves into that northeast side of the objective, saying earlier that's going to cause them problems if they keep it up. And
we got mortars down, going down on defense now.
it might just be a little bit too much, especially if the BMD is able to knock out this fob. 263 tickets to 270.
Hey, 11 and...
I think they're trying to dig down this radio. Oh, they were trying to dig down the radio to save the tickets. Instead, infantry are now dead around that radio. Sam now pushing up to support the BMD.
What's going on over here on the bridge?
There's just all sorts of chaos.
6 move is accurate for enemy Vic.
And look at what UC and crew, they're still causing so many problems. Asphalt King, MLP, they are up and fighting.
Be advised, you have enemy BMP south of you. Track.
This whole coast is just absolute destruction for the British right now. And oh!
What?
Wow!
I thought you said C-test. Oh, sorry, no.
The Challenger, I didn't hear it at all come up on comms. The Challenger
Their tank is on the far west side.
just literally rolls through the bridge, no comms. T-72 just happens to see its side armor and gets absolutely dunked on. This is going to be a very long game for the British. I don't see them coming back right now. I know it's a long game, but the armor for the Russians right now are really just causing way too many problems.
7.5 minutes. I'm mortaring the point right now, though.
Radio was finally dug down, so the British did save this radio. They're basically abandoning this position. The infantry are just getting overwhelmed, not just by the BMD, but also by the infantry. GTX 99 and crew, that was the BMD that was in the river. They've now reflanked, and they're pushing with the infantry. Absolutely love this. This is just some really good mechanized fight, and now with the flank of CD-ROM, goes full auto, and what a clear! Pilgrim Lois might save him. And Festwise actually knocks out Rob, but what a flank, and this is just a matter of time before the infantry here are completely mopped up. This is how you want to have your infantry and vehicles work together. This GTX and his BMD, they've literally just been sticking around the objective. They aren't going to play World of Tanks. They aren't taking just that random dice roll that they're going to run into a vehicle and see it first. They're actually sticking with the infantry, and they have done so much damage. Festwise now the only one left. He does take out Sam. But this is just some really good teamwork.
Alright, I'm hitting the rep station with the mortars.
2F2 surveying the damage, and Festwise is the only one up, and he might just take one with him, but he's bandaging a little bit. This push is finally going to be over. And there he goes. 2F2 does see him. And now the BMD. Oh no! It's even worse. BMD just pops. I think that was an LPPV, that armored car. And there it goes. 226 tickets. Now to 263. British in a 40 ticket deficit. Now, UC and that Russian attack that had been pushing in from their rally up in this northeast side of the objective, that has finally gone down. Enough infantry for the British have fallen back to knock him out. But I think because of the problem that UC and his squad had up here, the Brits weren't able to help this this actual push and create a fob and knock out this BMD. So just overall really good teamwork from the infantry and vehicles at the moment.
Oh, is that an accurate radio mortar Gap 7? Who just marked that?
And let's take a look at the map real quick. I'm a flying turkey doing a nice little, he's probably doing a combat NG flank here, dropping some mines. T-72, he's playing World of Tanks out in the middle of nowhere. A bunch of armor and infantry just kind of scattered around the west side for the VDV, but most of it just sitting here on a train station.
Enemy tank, 2 mark.
Gotcha.
And you can see helicopters actually spotted the tank way out west.
Oh shit, that tank is there.
Heading north, red arrow.
But unless the British are able to get their armor in the game, I don't think the infantry are going to be able to push. And instead, you're going to have a VDV attack within the next couple minutes. VDV seem a little bit more organized and working a bit better with all their assets.
Tank on
Inferior running up, major disappointment, Samurai. They're all just kind of... It doesn't seem like there's any big coordinated attack from either team at the moment. I think the vehicles are trying to organize and repair and rearm.
32, you shot at me from the north.
And infantry are getting into position. Seems more of a defensive play really from the British. I think they've been battered quite a bit here in the early game. Captain Hector Barbosa laying prone as Mike Durant and Co-Optimus run out. He should get a 2-piece here if he's careful. Ooh, Mike Durant. Nice little lag there. Are you kidding? Hector!
Got shot with a pistol.
Yeah, you did. Man, Hector Barbosa pulling out the pistol.
Did you shoot the guy yet? Club.
And Mike Durant hasn't said a single word. Captain Hector Barbosa on his belly. But now you've got some friendlies that should help. Ooh, good movement. Captain just barely getting away with that grenade. And in fear, I mean, there's no way that Captain makes it out of this. Major disappointment. There you go, and finally clears him out. Nice try, Captain.
This is Squad 4 to Subs. We're doing something ballsy over here.
This is Squad 4. We're doing something ballsy. See if it works. And
Is that an accurate map there, Squad 1?
first of all, this helicopter is being... I think he's being a little too... Ooh, RPG, I think, just below us. I think he's being a little too careless with that resupply. And we're going to go jump on board with Squad 4. Uh-oh.
I'll go check it out.
This is a Squad 4 Logi in the left side. They are YOLOing.
Wait, sorry, Squad 1. Did you say that's an accurate hab there?
Affirmative, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Accurate hab.
Squad 4, full Logi. Center your screen moving left to right. and they have just come up behind the T-72. They are trying to attack the fob that is, I believe, is right below us. This is a very aggressive play.
6 rally. BMD4 across the railroad bridge.
Alright, mortar's coming down on the head.
Mushroom Cat, Pilgrim, Deadshot, Tyler, Doof. They're pushing in, and well, I think they're trying to take, trying to take shots at the helicopter. So the T-72 is now spotted. There is a hat kit, Tylerish, and Breach. You actually might have this T-72 get caught off by infantry.
11, there's a shell in the area.
We got it.
T-72. I think they had just swapped a driver for a commander, trying to get some machine gun fire onto that helicopter, but he's going to be probably just moving just in time as you see Doof, Breach, and Tylerish. They're just going to miss that T-72. He's going to push on east.
Make sure we get rallies down to the north.
And Squad 4, they have set up a very good attack fob. So the attack objective is right south here over the hills. You see Funky Ducky, Faded, Mutsu. This is a really good position, and they've been completely hidden, not spotted at all. The one thing you don't want to do is to start firing at something. You want your AT to not shoot anything. You want to just kind of be quiet. So good position. Squad 4 could come in with a big play. And that is only if the helicopter doesn't spot them.
DMD shooting at me, and they're somewhere up on that tow mark.
And this helicopter's been doing some really good runs. This is their main repair station and mortar fob. You also see there's an ATGM, so treacherous, just keeping that rearmed. Drunk Pink Unicorn. Oh!
We're slowly recapping one Chev.
Just one ATGM into the Warrior, and it is on fire. And they're gonna pop smoke. I don't think it's gonna be in time. And they send it through the smoke. There goes the turret. Warrior pops. What a shot by the Russian ATGM team. Drunk Pink Unicorn. I mean, this has been a tough game for the British. Just nothing going their way, and there's another good play by British. I mean, you can tell both teams, aside from Squad 4 right now, both teams seem content to sit in their fobs, to kind of turtle a little bit, and let their vehicles push out, do a little damage, come back. The British right now are getting absolutely slammed by some really good plays.
I'm just waiting for my UAV.
But the infantry attack here might make or break it. If they have an RD or some type of an assist here.
Hold on. Squad 4 is going to move into to that hot takedown and cap Kalinovka.
Yep, just move in as my RD's going down here. Get ready. Ready, here we go.
And Artie is going to be coming in onto the point, and that should be just in time. Mortar's also landing, just kind of sporadic through. And now's kind of the time. You have a BMD out on the east. It's playing a little World of Tanks. You have the tank also out of position. If you're going to attack right now, if you're going to attack the objective, this is the best time. You only have one BMD nearby, and we're seeing it right here, Toast Crispy. I think the other one is way south.
And then the tank showed up, but we took.
Trying to figure out where the other BMD is, since they normally have 3.
We're trying to take it out on foot.
Oh, it's at the repair station here. You have 2 right here. Either way, you have basically half of your armor unavailable for defense if you're Russian. So good timing for the RD, good timing for the infantry. Even if you don't get your warriors in play, the British can really take the momentum here.
Jesus, they're good.
RD should be landing here in just a second. There goes the first one, and faded now. Looks like he saw Tylerish. Yeah, Tyler is starting to bandage.
Don't wait for the RD to finish. Just start
And he knocks him out. Tylerish goes down. Little pistol to the back. And there goes the Artie. Oh, wow. Eric and Captain Kevlar. Well, Captain Kevlar wasn't wearing his Kevlar. He gets blasted by the Artie. Ken as well goes down. And this is a good Artie strike so far. Knocks out nearly half of the defenders on the objective. It's going to miss Childish Fiend in this whole northeast side, but a good Artie strike going to cause some people to respawn or revive, slow down the defenders. And now CD Rob goes down. Bazooka Kev looks like he traded Chris as well, pushing in. And now you have a BTR trying to come in on the that right flank and help support. Mushroom Cat knocks out Chris, and this could be a really good momentum swing for the British. But Mutsu and Faded, they've just pushed right through. I think Faded is still rocking with his pistol.
Going down for you, Four. You gotta move though.
Four needs to move. They are still on the hill. They did not push in with that infantry or with that artillery at all. They might have just missed their momentum.
Smoke mortar is good.
Keep walking them.
Festwise getting pinned down, and oh, I don't think they timed it well. The British, they're not going to take advantage of it.
No, we got vehicle on move mark right now.
Yeah, and the problem is this little BTR, it's not the strongest of things, but it's going to do damage. And if you don't have the proper AT, it can pin down an entire infantry squad. You can see Festwise laying prone, Jeffrey just hanging in that remote weapon system. And now infantry from Russia, the VDV, they're pushing south from south side across the road, north up the hill. And they have a pretty good hold on this hill. They've split the British infantry right in half. Dead shot on the right side here. Trying to reconnect with Mushroom Cat and Fest, but I'm hearing tracks, and I don't think that is a friendly track. No, it is a BMD, Chief, GTX, and Goose.
It's concealed by a structure.
We're trying to dig this hat down.
Oh, and we'll go back here in this fight real quick, but hold on a second. This might be huge. This is the main repair station fob, as well as their AT gym fob, and it looks like a British kind of spec ops team has just rolled right through. And hold on a second, Cookie Rat, K-Dot, McGillicuddy. They're rolling in the back, and they're trying to save this hab.
Got a BMD here.
No, they're not. Oh, no, they're going through the entrance here. ATGM, you can see that is the Cornet.
Enemy BMD 4 dead.
And one BNB, I'm guessing that's one on the east. Oh, it is AT. I think that's the AT team on the east side. This is why you don't want to be by yourself. That BMD goes down without much of a fight. Edgy McLord and Broken Eye there in the hab. They've dug it down, but the vehicles... Oh, no! Edgy! He mid-arms! K-Dot, McGillicuddy, and Cookie Rat, they push up right in time, and that tandem round does no damage, and these vehicles should just have their way with them now. Trying to... Oh, and they're chasing Player. There's no way he gets out in time. The BMD... It's like he's just playing with his food. Player trying to circle around. Goes down, but
I would take it down now and try to get
153 tickets to 213. It is now a 60 ticket difference, and they're slowly chipping away. And
I'm hitting that whole hill.
wow, MLP and UC, they're saying we're not going to let you have those 20 tickets. They're digging down the fob themselves.
It was across the bridge last time we checked.
Potential sighting very far west. That's actually so far I can't.
And last person up is Heart of Traces, but I don't believe he's AT. He's a squad leader. Doesn't have anything to do, so nice effort here, and Heart Traces gets a little HE for his troubles. But good defense, VDV. For the most part, they've just been on top of it. Good infantry, good mechanized, and good teamwork. Squad 4, they have been completely pushed back. We joined them on their initial assault or attempt assault over the hill, but they just could not get the timing right with one of those BTRs. We see Jeffrey now just moving that BTR down south. Bazooka Kev gets killed in the courtyard of this apartment complex.
That.
And it just ain't happening. You need your armor to be up with your infantry. But British armor, I think they're actually... We're going to check down south here. I think British armor is just getting bullied this round. We're going to look down here.
Squad 4 and 8, I would just dig down that radio.
Squad 11 with the Warrior. You have Jar here. He's a heavy anti-tank kit.
So the plan is defense on train station, or?
We'll place a new attack hab, but we just gotta take that one down. What do you guys think?
Honestly, I think we should just eliminate them by ticket count.
Yeah, honestly, nothing is good. Because nothing is gonna be good until we take care of that.
So let me tell you what's going on. Like on our situation, basically, we're getting.
So yeah, that already is
But if we have another squad, we might do well.
Command really trying to decide if they can attack or defend.
We can move from here.
You can see with 139 to 209 tickets, now 70 ticket difference. They don't know the actual tickets, but when you're in games like this, you really can tell if you're struggling or not. And I think they realize that they're struggling. A lot of the conversation swapping to let's save our radios, let's dig down our radios, let's defend, let's turtle. And you have a Warrior just kind of sitting perfect for this Russian light anti-tank kit.
Enemies close north, squad 6.
Copy that, we're on it.
Just peeking, and he might be able to get an... If he needs to track this Warrior, the Russian... Oh, and nope, Commander... Or rather, Gunner swaps to his coax and nails him, but he does still have a hat kit right in front of him. Jar, he's been belly crawling for about 100 meters now, slowly working his way up, and he has the RPG-7 tandem round. Very hard to shoot. Just a heavy kind of, call it a waterlogged football. Just drops almost immediately, but it can pin really well through this this Warrior hull. And we're gonna see if he takes this shot here. And you can see without the outlines, you can't see anything. Infantry crawling right through this little house, and Warrior, I mean, they're kind of, you can see the position the Warrior's in. They're really just defending. They don't want to lose their tickets now. Almost 80 ticket difference. I mean, it seems like every 5 or 6 minutes, it's just another 10 tickets. Warrior needs to be careful with the infantry closing in on him. And oh, you can see infantry just belly crawling. He's way too close. Driver kicked on the engine, and infantry. There's no way he's not going to get seen. Oh my gosh, he's going to turn around. This should line it up perfectly, especially if Jar was too close for the mid-arm. And oh my goodness, you could have asked for a better shot if you're Russian anti-tank. AT into the back, but he's not going to be able to get oh, and it should mop him up there. Not able to get any type of tracking or engine shot. Jar, I think, went down, and he did. Nearly pulls it off to perfection, but really needed to go for the disable, knocking out those tracks or engines. Floating back up on the north side now. This is the initial fight we've been kind of paying attention to. The radio was now dug down. Unbelievable. Forced to dig down the radio, Squad 4, after what was such a promising attack. Kalinovka, the issue now is how many... Like, what are you going to do? You're up here. You want to defend. You're essentially having your team, like, give up. This is probably going to be 10 or so tickets just to respawn down here. Or try to push this. This is the British. They need to kind of reset and recalibrate. As a wow, RPG. Skydog takes an RPG from across the street. That was a frag round. And they've cleared out the British on the south side too. Jeffrey has just been running around with that little BTR. He's been very effective with it. And I think Kalinovka is going to hold, and it's going to hold easily.
Oh, who just marked the Laji? Squad 1. Hey, Squad 6. We got a Laji apparently to our south here.
Yeah, I've been trying to communicate.
Oh, there you go. UC, that was spotted. Infantry spotted that. Let's go swap down here. So although the British have decided that they're okay holding, the Russians are going in for it. Squad 10 UC, it's the same group that was trying to set up this this attack. What is it? Just northeast of train station, this bridge fight earlier.
I got Fritz on the way and a couple of guys there.
MLP and UC pushing on in, and you already have major disappointment getting ready to kind of storm the castle here. Delta York driving right through with his Logi, doing his well appreciated Logi run. Major running up the hill, and he might catch them. MLP finishes digging up, and full auto by UC.
We got an enemy hab in there.
Enemy hab is called out, and they're going to start mortaring it. These are British mortars. And unfortunately, they're going to land right on top of the construction yard. Since Fritz is the only British there, hab is not overrun. You're now going to start to have an entire team push in and spawn in here, and that's going to... Oh, this is going to be a good fight. You got a mortar fob right over here. Look at this position they have set up. Wins and Shiv. They're Johnny on the spot with those mortars. And Asphalt King goes down. Fritz taking one of them. But you need to get infantry here if you're Russia, and you need to get infantry pushing the spawn. If you're British, you need to get a hab overrun.
Sapperman, watch out for my mortars here.
You can see digging up the ammo crate now. Infantry starting to trickle in for the Russians. UC looks like he did go down to mortars. MLP. There we go. Jar spawning in. Ducky spawning in. And the Brits, they're closing in on this this hab here. 105 to 86 tickets now, an 80 ticket difference. Oh, a nearly perfect grenade. Don't know how Ducky didn't go down on that one.
Let me know.
I think Eggy thinks he got him. Now the hab will be overrun. And it's just spawning back. Infantry just kind of getting out. And there it is. Fritz and MLP trade. That's going to clear the hab. Sapperman's pushing in. And so is Eggy, and this is going to be an overrun. Oh, the hab isn't overrun yet. There it is. Now it finally is. Wow, nearly got another spawn wave. And that is just a little too late for the Russians. Ducky now is the only one who can save it. Russians are going to arty strike train station, and they're trying to time it perfectly with this hab, but that is not going to happen. If I'm Ducky, you need to be patient. You need to wait for the radio to nearly bleed out. Oh, and the Warrior, that's some blue on blue.
Right now, actually, thank you.
Oh, he's actually shooting the Logi.
Give me a tack mark if you can.
Good, you need to get your tickets back somehow. 97 tickets to 178.
Digging it down, time now.
Digging down the radio, and Delta runs right in front of Ducky. Oh my god. Talk about trigger discipline. Ducky. Oh no, and he gets knocked out by Fritz.
It was like he was attacking you like a shark, bro.
Oh my goodness. Well, there you go. Always good to have a battle buddy.
Nice.
Artie now going to come down on the point, and it will do some damage to that mortar fob, but more importantly for the British, it's not going to be followed up with an infantry attack. Now, ooh, hold on a second. Where are all the Russians? All right, we're going to join we're gonna do the tank battle here. We can see Russians. We're just out of range to spawn them in on the map, but the helicopter, I think that's treacherous.
So we could drop the arty and then just land with
Squad 1 is being kind of a UAV right now. The T-72 up the road here. It's a few hundred meters up the road. He's using the helicopter as a spot.
Where are you?
And they're getting that
Any info on
T-72 in position.
No, we gotta do this quick though because they are my UAV here, and it's up already. So.
And it's right down the bend.
I'm constantly placing tack marks just in case, but.
Enemy half marker coming up on right here on Gulf 6.
Challenger is slowly pushing up this dirt road, and they have no idea that they've been spotted. This helicopter has had eyes on them the entire way, and this T-72
I mean, unless we're trying to proxy their hab right away and take it out, then I'd just
should be waiting patiently, but you can see the Challenger is not full speed ahead. They're being very cautious here. Even if the T-72 gets the jump, the Chally, you can still have a couple good shots. Get some into the ammo rack and you can win. But nope, Chally decides to go off-road. This might just save him.
I think your best bet.
Yeah, T-72.
Yep, copy. I'm trying to go for that.
We can see he's now trying to reposition, it looks like.
Make the arty a little bit big here, just to keep them suppressed and inside as you guys do this.
Kind of like a game of chess right now. T-72 doesn't want to push up and get a bad, kind of bad flank.
No, I got it.
The Challenger, they know there's going to be a tank around here somewhere, but has no eyes on it. And if you look at the rest of the map, the interesting part, Russian infantry back on their own fob, British infantry back on their own fob. I mean, this is one of the closest games. If you didn't have... Wow, and the British, with that radio kill, it's now only a 40-point game. Essentially, just the handful of vehicles that have gone down is making or breaking this. And hold on a second.
Are we ready for this?
We're ready. Go for it now.
Russian T-72 taking some pot shots at the British helicopter here, and he might have a perfect shot. You are giving him a chance to fly swat. And, oh, just barely misses it. Might have one more shot if he gets a little J-hook. And this helicopter, they're playing with fire here. Now, the one thing that kind of hurt the T-72 here is if you don't kill that helicopter and you fire your main gun, this Challenger has now heard it. They know that and you can see him actually spotted. This is a one observation mark. Squad 1 helicopter there spotting.
381 observed. That's their T-72.
Challenger is starting to push through. He heard the T-72 call out. There is a Russian light anti-tank kit nearby though. And AA is opening up on the helicopter. He's going to have to bail, so... Oh, AT! Everything's going down. A shooting at the helicopter. AT takes out the track of the Chally, and that might just send the T-72 steaming forward.
I mean, conservative, and we're about to go, like, I don't know.
Chally is going to be tracked here, and... You're going to have a warrior right behind the Chally trying to offer some support. Infantry seems clear for them, and they're going to try to get their tracks up. But there is a heavy anti-tank kit lurking nearby.
In the cluster of helmets. We don't know what type, but there's an enemy vehicle north of you 8. Got you. 10, they're west of you.
Heavy anti-tank kit is slowly creeping up.
I almost had the BMD4, but...
Copy. I'll keep eye northeast if you want to.
There it is. Heavy anti-tank. You can see the RPG backpack
because of the turret chassis.
right here. And that tandem round can do a lot of damage. Especially if the T-72 wants to follow up with it. Coax. There, they spotted him. Chally. They do have Hesh rounds. But that's RPG boy trying to crawl on back and try again another day.
Nice work.
Looks like the tracks are up and they are good to go.
No, that's my bad. It was a bad idea.
Tracks are up, but the T-72 might have had just enough time to get in position, and they are coming in from the western side. T-72 just caresses the farm, and I don't know if they're going to have a shot yet. T-72 trying to peek. They're lining it up. Oh, no, the Chally gets the first shot, and that might have tracked him. And it does. T-72 track Challenger lining up the second. T-72 looks like they're only seeing the Warrior. In a second round into the turret, the T-72. And it's a nice little transport. Drives right in between them. T-72, just an absolutely horrible timed push. And that might just do it for him. And there it does! T-72 is ammo racked, and the Chally, even after being tracked, somehow pulls it off. And there it goes. What a turret toss. T-72 pops, and the British are in the game. Don't call it a comeback. But Armor has finally woken up. And we are 54 tickets to 112. Oh, and hold on, from way downtown. Tandem round into the side. Nearly pulls off the track. And it's a 60 ticket game. It might seem like a lot of tickets, but now the British have the armor advantage, and you can see they're starting to push out. If you just keep up the momentum, if your vehicles stick with your infantry, the British can make up these tickets, and it's almost a 50 ticket game now, not a 60. British might be able to do it. Jar, though, not only getting that tandem round off, but does knock out Tylerish. 53 to 105, and we need to take a look at the map real quick after that. Armor is falling back. They're going to rearm and Ooh, hold on a second.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah, you got good armor. You got really good armor.
Hold on a second.
With the normal one too,
Oh, that's a combat NG, and he's doing it. So he knows the
transport.
They're calling a transport. Oh my goodness!
Did no damage to me.
The hell? Oh no! BMD
That thing is insane against autocannon.
from way downtown.
What killed you one?
No idea. Kinda seems like
It's
a tank.
somewhere lurking. Oh, there it is.
Tank is dead.
Luftwaffe and Thrillhouse. What a shot! Sniping out.
Sony AT if it's outside or anything like that.
Sniping out the helicopter, and the helicopter was trying to gun I'm a Flying Turkey, who's a combat engineer, trying to ambush, and that is that. Oh, you really can't be losing that.
All armor return back to train
And
station.
helicopters.
The defense here.
The 6-minute timer, losing that vision. Whoa, that's gonna be tough. You can still do it, but now about a 60 ticket game still. British. You can hear the Warriors. They are just unloading. I'm not sure if they're actually shooting at this BMD here, but maybe just infantry. This is going to be close. This is going to be close. So squad 5. So before the helicopter did go down, they noticed the transport. They're thinking this is going to be either mines or anti-tank. So thankfully, though, Challenger is RTB. He's going a complete different way. So we'll stay alive here. And now this is where you're going to run into problems. As you can see on the map here, and we'll keep these outlines up. you're gonna have your blueberries. They're gonna start getting bored. You know, you're gonna have people you're turtling, and both teams are kind of turtling right here. You got a little bit of a skirmish here. You can see a couple did go down, a couple British. That's 2 more tickets. You're gonna have teammates fighting boredom because they've been playing this game for over an hour now. One of the longest random advances secures we've seen in a hot minute, and they have 36 tickets. It starts getting into your head that, oh, it's already been an hour, we're about to lose, yada yada. You need to try to fight those intrusive thoughts and not push out and just keep doing your job, because if these vehicles get in play, the Brits are in this.
Full defense.
And Mike Durant, I don't know if he's seen the BMD.
I mean, full defense should have went like when we got picked up, but yeah, I really like that idea. So.
And BMD is just on the other side here.
I think it was a sexy
British
idea.
hat kit. This could be a game-winning play if the hat not just kills this BMD. Oh, and hold on a second. You have a hat kit pushing up with a warrior, and you guys need to be serious for a second. He thinks it's all fun and games. Trying to get some ammo, and the BMD is right around the corner. There, sees it through. Oh, and he misses. That might win it. The fight for the warrior, laying into it, autocannon, infantry's gonna dismount, and they're gonna just squirt out the backside. Engine pops for both vehicles. AT needs to get on it and help their warrior. AT into the side of the BMD. Oh my goodness, BMD just barely knocking it out, and the AT, oh no! First AT goes down, the hat kit does finally knock it out, but that might have just been a little too late. 24 tickets. Oh, this other BMD up north with crispy toast and space probably would have finished it either way, but 22 tickets now to 83. 60 tickets. It's just maintaining. Vehicles are awash now. Warrior trades with the BMD, and could have been a really good push, but now they know there's a second BMD up north. Bazooka Kev here, he is pushing towards it. Warrior's also pushing up. It is all in the vehicles. One vehicle battle can end the game for the British or extend it. BMDs are in position to do it, and honestly, he's taking shots at the infantry. Not necessarily a bad play, but that's going to let the warrior know where he's at, as well as Bazooka Kev, the hat kit just south of him.
I mean, they're not gonna find a track vehicle marker north is accurate. Yeah, that BMD G6 is accurate.
11-8. If you Wolfpack, you can easily take them.
You can hear him. If you Wolfpack, you can easily take them, and right now you kind of have to make a big play. You need to go all in.
Solo BMD, we should definitely try to go for it with 2 warriors. We know their tank is up, and they only have 1 BMD left.
Make sure you push with the up armored first.
This is good comms. Very good comms. BMD is by himself, and British said, we can take them. The only thing is, the up-armored warrior needs to be the first one engaging, so he takes the brunt of it, and now the AT lining it up. If he tracks him, the BMD is toast.
I got another Artie in 4 minutes.
Oh, and he misses it short! AT dumps it right in front of him. And he's gonna lock in to the smoke.
Probably a stranded vehicle.
BMD still scanning, infantry rearming, and now you're gonna have the warriors starting to push, and this could end it here. Oh, but what a shot! They had the ATGM out, and they smacked the first warrior, and that was the unarmored warrior. The plan has already gone sideways, and they just ink all over the place. Smoke out. BMD.
11, there's AT laying down there. We're hit, we're leaving.
Yep. They have to bounce. You can't risk it now, infantry. Oh. There you go. I mean, this BMD has just been playing this one hilltop perfectly right here. Oh, hold on. The Warrior with the first few shots. And can he pin through it? Trying to scan the BMD. Doesn't quite see where the Warrior is yet. And he's right kind of through these trees, but just backing up the hill. Some good shots, but just not enough. And some smoke. I think they're bailing out. Oh, no. Hold on a second. Warrior, I believe, are trying to charge. I don't know if they're going to actually take this.
They will got marks on BMDs.
9 tickets left. Hold on a second. Turn this on so we see what happens at the end of the game. But 9 tickets to 81. For a second there, the British had it. And unfortunately, losing that helicopter, I think just really did it.
This could be the difference. Just hold.
81 tickets to 91. Or 9 tickets to 81 at the moment. And you know what? Either way, this has just been a fantastic game. I just don't see how the British, unless they had their tank up, and it looks like the tank did get tracked. So that's going to be a no-go here. Warrior on BMD. If the Warrior kills it, we're still in line for a little bit longer. But it just doesn't look like that's going to happen, especially, I mean, both teams have played their sides to perfection. Both infantry taking the points, defending them.
From the northeast of train right now.
And turtling when they got low on tickets. I'm trying to look and see if there's any AT. Delta York.
Infantry on the southwest.
I like it. I don't mind it.
Might only be one.
Yeah, it's been a good game.
Hello, boy.
I think they're probably below 50.
You can see, or you hear them rather, I think they're below 50. And the Warrior is just on the other side here, and they're playing, you can't...
I got already in 1 minute.
You can't just push blindly. If you don't have another shot, or another eyes on it, you don't really have another shot to take them. And honestly, that Warrior that got hit with the ATGM right out the gate did really well to smoke and not lose that Warrior. I hear Warrior opening up, though. And hold on a second.
We got our transports off the train. We just blew it up.
There's 75 tickets now.
Unfortunately,
BMD is way out west. That's Luftwaffe. He's been kind of, or Luftwaffe rather, he's been kind of skirting the outskirts most of the game here. And, oh, hold on a second. Jeffrey and his little BTR. The Warrior has dialed into him, but Jeffrey, he's smoked. Oh, ATGM just misses. And so does RPG. They need to get out of there. The Warrior smokes and runs as artillery is now going to land. And they just barely get out. 7 tickets to 72. Trying to figure out where the Challenger is. Challenger's in the main fight here. 6 tickets to 72, and you just can't give up. If you kill a couple vehicles, I honestly I don't think there's any way the British can win. You have a handful of infantry that can't be revived here. Challenger now pushing up. And he's taking a shot at the little BTR. BTR does go down. And, ooh. I think the AT just hit the BMD. Did it pop? I think it popped. Hat Kit takes out the BMD. Tylerish knocks it out. And now you got... the Chally nearly has free reign, but 5 tickets to 52. And he does get tracked. And the artillery. Uh-oh. Dude, the artillery. This is British artillery going right to left on the screen. And 18 now hits him from the back. Sam knocks him out. And artillery just gonna pass a Chally. Ooh, what a frag round! Pilot Grapefruit and Edgy go down in a heap as Sam, oh, he finally gets hit by the coax. Aluboy also up. This is just a lot of infantry on the ground here for the British. And this is gonna be it. 4 tickets left, and you need to get to every person before they give up. And I gotta say, 4 tickets to 49. A handful of vehicles early on kind of made or break. It was like make or break for the game here. Aluboy now running right up to it. And, ooh, that's a tandem round. Oh, was that a tandem round? No, it's the BMD, and it ends it! Oh, the BMD from the flank! The ADGM from across the map pops the Chally, and there you go. 49 tickets to 0, 116 kills to 177. That's the ticket difference here. 71 revives to 51. Jeez.